Welcome back, and guys, we are benchmarking my 3080 12 gig. And if you are curious about the specs, I will list them right now. Obviously, a 3080 12 gig, 64 gigabytes of 64 gigabytes of DDR5, and a 12900K. So pretty decent specs, I would say so myself. Anyways, there's a few things I would like to point out. The performance is kind of weird. Very weird. And because I kind of looked at it earlier, but you see, it drops down in the 40s and then spikes back up. It's very. Any of those smart people out there, please tell me what's going on. Because I have no idea why it's doing this. Like, it's just like, it's very unstable, but the frame rate goes pretty high. Oh wow, there's people here. If you're curious, it seems like the usage is very off. As you can tell, it's like it goes from like 90% down to 20s. It's very unstable, but when it's high usage, the performance is just amazing. Like, look at that, 120s, 130s, and then it just goes down like 30s randomly. I can't really control it. It seems to be only in the station, by the way, also. At least mostly in the station. But it's still extremely unstable, no matter where I am. So yeah, I'd really appreciate any smart guys telling me what that is. Anyways, we're going to test out. I may have to do another test again if this is a failed test. I don't think it is, because I'll just wait until it's 90% usage. But yeah, see, we get pretty high usage when we're in front of the planet, so we're good. 100 FPS. Sorry if you guys can hear my PC in the background. Got the Aegis to add a little bit more pressure to my PC, hopefully. We're getting decent usage in the 90s most of the time. Oh. Got a little guy next to us. Anyways, let's start the benchmark, technically. So starting things off, I think we're going to go very high for everything. And cloud very high. Motion blur off. I don't know why that was on. VSync. Honestly, I might just turn that off. Yes. Sharpening 100%. Film grain, yes. I think that's good. Resolution at 1440p. Because I'm not running this on 4K. Honestly, you don't need to. 99%. We're getting 60 FPS at. I guess the best way to make sure I use good usage is by putting the settings really high, so it stresses it out. So looking at Orison, which is the most demanding spot I know of, we're getting 60s and low 50s when moving around. Not low 50s, but 50s in general. We get 80s when looking away, even up into the 90s, which is surprising. But this is definitely playable. But I feel like it could be better. It could be better. Next, we're gonna do everything. I think medium. Or yeah, medium. Look at that. Now we're at 90 FPS. 80s to 99. Oh, to 100. A little variable here and there. Somebody's shooting a gun. It's very cool. When I'm looking away from the planet, it's if you can see the percentage up by the wattage of the GPU, we're like 60 to 40% usage down to the 30s, and then when we're looking at the planet, we get up to 100 or 99, I think, ish. 90s, yeah, 99. There it was. High usage. I feel like it's very dependent. I mean, this is definitely playable at 50% usage. Okay, we're gonna go to low. And the planet volumetric clouds will be turned off. This will be pretty impressive, I think. Yeah, the GPU actually now, it's actually not impressive because the GPU is not even being used. Interesting. There's someone there. You know, 100 FPS, like 70s range, with no clouds. I think that's pretty decent. I don't know why the GPU is being weird with its such low usage, because it can go up to 100% to 99%. Or maybe I doubt it's being bottlenecked by the CPU, considering it's a 12900K, the best there is on the market at the moment. Besides maybe the 5800X 3D, which is pretty much on par with it, and this has an additional 8 cores, E-cores that is, but still. But if you want my optimized settings to get decent graphic, oh my gosh, you know how unstable it is? It's weird. Decent graphic settings. Somebody crashed. It's gonna be pretty much everything at very high, because these have very, very small effects to the performance, and then have the volumetric clouds to high, probably. And look at that, we're in the 80s looking at the planet, which is totally playable and totally fine and totally enjoyable at 1440p. I am not doing 1080p or 4K because I don't play at those resolutions, and honestly, the scalability of this game is very bad. Like, it's actually trash. But if you really want to know, I'll just tell you right now. At 1080p, you'll get like 5, maybe 10 more FPS in whichever settings you use. And for 4K, it'll be the opposite. You'll lose like 10, maybe 15 FPS at 4K from 1440p. It's a very unoptimized game. It doesn't scale well with resolution changes. It's more or less setting changes this game depends on. But yeah, I think this will be it, guys. If you enjoyed, please do subscribe. And if anyone out there is actually, you know, more smart than me, which is probably most of you, but they know PC stuff, why is the usability kind of just poo-poo, you know? I'd appreciate knowing. That guy's back. Did he just turn his off? Oh. I don't think he's noticed me. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. That actually seems like such a fun vehicle to fly around on. Oh, I was waiting for him to crash.